At this time, we will open our service with meditation.
You may want gently close your eyes. Very slowly. And if you can, hold it a few seconds and then just slowly let it go. And as we do this, let's just begin to relax the body. Start with the little muscles around our eyes and just let them go. And the muscles in the cheeks. And the forehead and scalp, just down into the neck. Just feel those muscles relaxing as we take a deep breath and just relax the shoulders. Let that go into the arms, hands. And as we breathe, we feel the chest just relax and let go. As we feel ourselves seated, the torso and the hips and legs, down into our knees and feet. So we just begin to feel this peace. Relax the entire body. As we let go. Just for a little while, let's feel this peace that passes all understanding. Peace. And as we do, picture ourselves in our favorite peaceful place. Whether it's the beach, the mountains, the backyard, meditation room, where we feel totally safe. And we can let that little happy child out. Safe and free of all concern. Just let it go. And here we turn over our greatest concerns and we picture, we see the result that we would like. A result in divine order for all concerned. We let go into divine order. again, we just relax, knowing that the spirit that pervades the universe is inside us, is us. And we have faith that all is unfolding in divine order. And as we go forward this week, remember that we can always come to this center, this space of pure spirit, even if it's just for a few seconds. As we say, thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit. And now let us start to come back into this time and place, gently beginning to feel our body, giving thanks. As we go forward this week. We begin to wiggle our fingers or toes gently in our own time. Come back into this time and space. Thank you. Thank you.
Please stand and let us read together our vision mission statement along with the Declaration of Principles. CSL West Georgia is a joyful global community where everyone belongs. Through our unique spiritual teachings, we provide a safe environment to experience compassionate living. I believe there is one creative intelligence operating throughout the universe. I believe my purpose is to allow the divine mind to express in, as, and through me. I know that this divine presence is a power for good, which responds to my conscious use to create life filled with health, love, peace, and success in all things. I use it now, and I rejoice in it. And so it is.
Good morning, everyone. Good morning. I get the honor and pleasure of stepping in for Miss Cynthia because she was not feeling well this morning, and we told her to take care of herself, and we'll just keep her in our thoughts. But we got to keep rocking and rolling because my soul is welcome here. You guys ready? Because I need your help, right? Right. All right. Come on. Y'all know what to do. Come on. Let me hear some hand claps. Come on, let's go. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time.
just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh yeah, y'all sound good. But this time, bring it, bring it, bring it. Come on, let's go. Come on, I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place at the right time, at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Just where I'm supposed to be. I'm in the right place. I'm in the right place at the right time, at the right time. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. All right. Message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. All right, we ready to break it down? Come on. Come on. Come on, we're gonna break this thing down. Come on, ready. Come on. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. Come on, let me hear you. My soul is welcome here. Come on, declare it. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome. Y'all tell somebody else next to you, point them and go, look. Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. Come on, point to somebody else now. Come on. Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. I know, right? Your soul is welcome. We walked in here, people are pointing at me. Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome here. Your soul is welcome. Now our soul is welcome here. Our soul is welcome here. Our soul is welcome here. Welcome, everybody. Good morning. Oh, come on. You be happier than that. Come on. Look, come on. Yeah.
Now we'll have a reading by Russell Holbrook.
Hey, everybody. Hello. All right. So it's the last Sunday before Halloween, and Dorothea said I could read whatever I wanted. So this is a short story. I write for a blog, and this is a short story I wrote for it. And it's called, and Dana wanted me to read this. She likes it a lot, but it's called Judith Was Gone. And I don't know, I think the themes in it are kind of self-evident. So it deals with like impermanence, which I have difficulty with because I want things to be permanent and they're not, and have to, that's just the thing learning with me. Anyway, so this is called Judith Was Gone. Mark sat in the breakfast nook, his steaming cup of coffee untouched, staring out at the myriad of ghosts, ghouls, and goblins that adorned his front yard. The day after Halloween was always a difficult time for him, as it began his annual post-Halloween cycle of depression. And this year, with his wife having passed on just 1 week prior, he felt more sad and alone than it seemed right or allowable for a person to feel. Halloween was always their most special time together.
No matter what was going on in their lives or in the world around them, they always had their beloved season and their sacred day. They always had Halloween, just like they always had each other. But not anymore. Judith was gone and she wasn't coming back, no matter how hard Mark wished and hoped that she would. So, accepting this fact, he'd endeavored to reach her. He tried all the spells that he could find, gone to the local medium, and done everything that he could to break through, to make contact somehow, but nothing had worked. Even on All Hallows Eve, the holiest of all days, when the veil between the living and the dead is threadbare thin, even then, there was still nothing. Mark let out a deep, mournful sigh, then picked his coffee cup up and sipped it slowly, his eyes still on the yard, his mind churning. Since he'd been unable to contact Judith in the spirit realm, Mark retreated to his first intention, resurrection. There has to be a way to bring her back, he mused. There must. And I'm going to find out, and my Judith and I will be together again. Mark savored his coffee. Midnight Syndicate played softly on the nearby stereo. Thoughts turned in the loose soil of his mind. Then he stood and walked out to the yard. The leaves crunched beneath him as Mark laid down among the plastic wood and styrofoam headstones. He whispered his wife's name and closed his eyes while dark clouds rolled in above him. Wind blew over Mark, catching his thoughts and his grief and carrying them into the ether, through the in-between, to the deep darkness where Judith waited and listened. She felt the pain and mourning from her dear husband, and she reached out. Judith's decaying hands burst out of the ground on either side of Mark. She scratched and clawed and pulled herself up and wrapped her arms around his torso. Thunder crashed and the sky turned black. The soil opened up and Judith pulled her loving husband down into the dark earth. Mark screamed in horror and confusion. The loose dirt spread out around him. "Why do you wake me, my dear?" Judith rasped. "Because I love you. I miss you," Mark wailed, with muck falling into his gaping mouth. "And now, because you would not let me sleep, we will be together in terror and unrest forever." Mark fought and screamed for help as his wife forced him into the dark mire, the soil filling in above them, the decorative tombstones marking their place. And as Mark sank into the dirt, he wished he had left Judith to her peace and rest. It was a selfish decision, he realized, for it was a choice he made to quell his own pain. It was an action for him and him alone. As the years passed, Mark and Judith's house sat untouched. Even the most ambitious realtors in town feared the rumors that surrounded the property, and they refused to go near it. The bank ignored it. The neighborhood children made up stories about the old couple who had lived there, telling tales of how they loved Halloween and had become ghouls themselves, and that they haunted their own former home. And maybe those stories were true, for on chilly October evenings, Mark and Judith are said to be seen sitting in the breakfast nook, sipping coffee, and the Halloween decorations are still in the yard and on the house, covered in moss and vines, standing year-round, untouched, unmoved, forever.
Thank you, Russell. Our speaker today is our board president, Dorothea Gates. You know what? Oh, you have a song? Oh, okay. Well, we have a song.
Now I understand the confusion. So before we bring up our lovely Dorothea, we're going to sing a song about standing in your power. I love these lyrics because it speaks about a person who used to not know what they were capable of, and through life and through experiences realize that you are almighty, all powerful, and there's nothing that you can't do. So I was a little girl who never spoke her mind. I wouldn't rock the boat, I couldn't cross the line. But every step that I've taken, every pain, every tear, has led me to the woman who's standing right here. I got so tired of giving myself away, always looking for someone to tell me I was okay. But I've got to the place where I could trust my heart. It was the perfect place for a brand new start. And here I stand in my power. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand. Here I stand. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand. Here I stand. I am a warrior. I am invincible. I'm as strong as steel, and I am capable. But I am soft as a feather, light and free. And the truth that I know, healing begins with me. So here I stand in my power. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand. 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 And with all that I've been through, there ain't nothing I can't do. So here I stand in my power.
Let's sing it all.
Here I stand in my power. Come on, stand up in your power. Stand up. Here I stand in my power. Here I stand. Here I stand. Okay, come on, sing it with me now. Here I stand. Here I stand. Oh, here I stand. Here I stand. Oh, here I stand. Here I stand. And with all that we've been through, there ain't nothing we can't do. Here we stand. Do you feel that? Walk in your power. You are all powerful. Here we stand. Okay. Thank you.
Our speaker today is our board president, Dorothea Gates. Dorothea is both an author and experienced public speaker and has been leading individuals through a challenging personal experience as a life coach for the past 30 years. Dorothea.
Thank you, Marcia. Am I turned on? Okay. Thank you, Marcia. I could really relate to that little girl not being in a world seen and not heard. Can't speak your mind. Can't ever speak your mind. Good morning, everyone. It's good to see everyone. Let's get still and know this prayer with me. Thank you, Prayer Spirit. Thank you, kind Spirit, loving Spirit. Right now, right here is where I am. And I am in a place of pure love and understanding, wisdom and caring. And it feels good to be in this place right here and right now. I am embracing all that there is and all that I know. I'm knowing that this message will find its way to the hearts and minds of who needs to hear it. Thank you, God. Thank you, God, for the love and the health and the well-being of everyone here and online. Thank you, Spirit. I am pleased and joyful in knowing that all there is the one mind, the one consciousness. This one mind, one consciousness of all is doing wonderful work through each and every one of us. I am so happy and grateful to know this knowing. And I release these words in the consciousness of Christ, knowing they will not return unfulfilled. And so it is. How about that game yesterday with Oregon? 38-9, Illinois. Yeah. I guess I'm the only one that watched it. Okay. As Russell said, thank you, Russell, for that story. This is the last Sunday in October 2024. Halloween weekend. A lot of people were at parties last night. This represents supernatural ghosts and goblins, mask, make-believe. It's a time to be and become anything you want. It's children's superpower. Superpower Day. The day that we can be and have anything we want, and the imagination provides it. Halloween has been adopted as a day as the role player. Some may call it escapism, but it's not. It's practicing and activating your imagination, using the mind power to be and have anything you want and to become anything you want. How about becoming a sailor? How about becoming a billionaire? How about becoming a police officer, a mermaid, a queen, a king? You can become an actor. You can even become Frankenstein and the Bride of Frankenstein, or better yet, Bridezilla. You can be anything you want. The mind can achieve it. And you can do all of this by the power of your imagination. The imagination really becomes this particular day of reckoning. You have this power, and this mystical power, it's activated for some on Halloween. Now, but there's a way to use the imagination all year round. This imagination, once tapped in, can create satisfactory outcomes in one life. Anybody knows, or anyone who knows me knows I like to play. I like to play jokes. I like to be a practical joker. I even tricked and treated all the way to 17 years old because I was short, and there are advantages of being okay, Deborah, short. There are advantages. I use the power of my mind to manifest many things. And people around me have used the power of their mind to manifest many things. I know a young woman with a high school education who manifested and still manifests a six-figure income. Though her husband, the dream crusher, told her she could not do that. In her mind, she was deserving. This is what she came here for. I'm supposed to make this. I'm supposed to have a six-figure. I'm supposed to make $100,000 a year. That's what she kept saying. I don't know how, but I'm supposed to do it. She didn't know how. But she had to go out and get a job because her husband had gotten laid off. And so she saw an ad and she applied for the ad in person. And she met with the owner who so happened to be there that day, which is never a case. And she met with the owner. He thought she was delightful. They needed a receptionist. She had the best speaking voice. She was pleasant. And he said, "You're hired." But he didn't know what to pay her because everyone in the company made over $200,000 and $300,000. It was a plumbing company, and it was a small plumbing company, and it was modest. You wouldn't even think it did that type of revenue. So he said, "Ooh, how about starting you out at reluctantly $95,000? Is that, is that too low?" And she said, "Yes, I'll take it." In her poker face, "I'll take it." He said, "When can you start?" "I can start immediately. I can start immediately." He said, "Well, I'll see you in the morning." Her repetition in her mind, I'm supposed to make six figures. I'm supposed to make $100,000. I'm supposed to do this. She called the dream crusher. He said, "Did you get the job?" She said, "Yes, I got it." He said, I'm glad. "What did they start you out at?" She was quiet. "Babe, what did they start you out at? So I can start looking so we can get this together." She said, $95,000. He said, "What?" And then the phone hit. The phone hit. He couldn't believe it. He never squashed her dreams from that moment on. And she makes well over that with the same high school diploma. It's her belief. I have a really great friend who's a teacher Well, she's retired now. And she did not like the politics in school. She wanted to teach without all of the extra duties that she had to do. And this bothered her. And so one summer, she was going to resign, but she couldn't because she didn't have anything. And one of her favorite things to do is to walk in the park, to get in nature. She loves the birds. She walked in the park and she just got still. She kept thinking about this. And she knows what she wants to do. She wants to excite minds, young minds. She wants to take them places that the school board deemed not appropriate. So she sat on a park bench and she went into prayer. And her prayer was like this: thank you, God, for my new position. She didn't beg. She said, thank you. Thank you for my new position. Thank you for all that you are, all that you have, all that I have, but thank you for my new position. Sitting on this bench right next to her hip was a paper or a magazine of some sort. I'm not quite sure what it was, but it had an ad in it that somebody else circled for tools or something. But underneath that ad was another ad of a parent or a family looking for a tutor. But they were really looking for a teacher. They wanted their child homeschooled. And she saw it and she couldn't believe that was quick. And she immediately called. And they asked, for her references. And then they said, when can we meet you? And they gave her the address, and it was in North Georgia. And when she went to the address, it was a long driveway. And it was like this massive home, sprawling, massive home, like a mansion. And so she knocked on the door, and they greeted her, and they quickly took her to the room that she would be teaching their one son. It was a classroom already set up. And her salary was more than six figures. It was a little bit more. And she taught him, he was in, I think, third grade, and she taught him all the way until he entered college. She got to do her dream work. Now, some cousins came and got taught by her in that same room, but she got to do her dream work by using her imagination and what she thought teaching was supposed to be. This imagination is wonderful. The world is our oyster. Have anyone ever heard the world is our oyster? In English, the world is our oyster means that you can do anything you wish or go anywhere you want to in life because you have the ability to do so. In spoken English, it is quite widely used to encourage someone that they have choices and they can lead their lives the way they desire. And I said, that sounds very much like Ernest Holmes, who coined the phrase such as there's a power for good in the universe and you can use it. It is not out there, it is in here. The power for good is in here. Reverend Ike said something very similar, but he called it mind power. Go into your mind, your imagination, and you can have, and you can do, and you can become whatever you want if you utilize this mind stuff. It works. I've seen students who were stressing over grades go into their mind and hear the teacher say, "Good job, good job," before they put pen to paper, and they got a real good job, meaning they got an A, they got an A minus, they got an A plus, because they went into their minds and saw it and heard it. It's very important to hear. You know, with Halloween and our ability to imagine anything we want, the mind has all the secrets to life. When you decide to tap in and get quiet and undistracted, the mind begins with going into the theater of your mind, seeing your desired outcome, seeing your desired life. This screen of your mind has all the answers. But you must become playful. You must become playful as children. When I was a child, we played all the time. We played every game imaginable. Even in this room, the kids use these tables as forts, as tents. They use these tables to create a world. We were outside, on the outside, they were underneath, enjoying the games that they were playing. And they didn't care if you were sitting at the table. They didn't notice you. Halloween has so many meanings, but it's really a reminder to activate your mind, to use your imagination. Reverend Ike said, if you want to be happy and successful, you had better learn to control your mind, because if you don't, your mind will control you. What does that mean? What are you allowing your mind to tell you? Sometimes the mind can tell you to run. Run away from a new situation. Run away from a situation that feels uncomfortable. Run away from conflict. Run away from the fear of the unknown. Run away from your success. When you're in a routine and you want what you want, and you can't get out of your present routine, and this negative activity that keeps coming up over and over, people like to hold on to the familiar. They like to hold on to what they're used to. You know, even if they have tragic stories, they want to tell people about them. They want to talk about them. The past tragic story is no longer activated when you stop telling it. It's no longer rerunning in your mind. I remember Neville Goddard said, replace your stories with a lovely story. Replace a negative story with a lovely story, an outcome you wish to have had, an outcome you wouldn't mind replaying in your mind. Tweak the difficult stories. If you had difficulty with your mother, if you had difficulty with the kids on the playground, if you had difficulty with your siblings, your family, tweak an outcome. Neville Goddard call it revisioning, revise. Revise that outcome. Revise the story. I have a client whose son died, and she was not allowed to see her grandchildren. The son died, and the daughter in law and this woman never got along. And she didn't have any grandparents' rights, or she felt she didn't have any grandparents' rights. And I said, can you write in your journal how you heard the apology from your daughter-in-law? Can you go in your journal and just write a little script? Write a script. Let's just play. Write a script that you heard an apology from your daughter-in-law, and that your daughter-in-law deeply apologized and you deeply apologized with heartfelt words. Can you write that down? Reluctantly, she tried. She tried. She thought this woman was a horror, was a bad choice for her son. And I said, you're going to have to release that. And you're going to have to see what you really want. See the type of daughter-in-law that you desire to have. Because you've always had this idea that she wasn't the best choice. Turn that around and see her as the best choice. Just turn it around. Or let's just do make-believe. Write it out as though she is the best choice. And this was an oversight over the funeral. So she wrote this new story, this new outcome. And I said, make a copy of it and read it morning, noon, and night. Read it morning, noon, and night. Well, have you ever heard of a butt call? When somebody just accidentally call you? Well, she got that. And it was from her daughter-in-law. And her daughter-in-law, the first thing she said was, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to call you. But the woman heard, I'm sorry. And she said, I want to be the one to apologize to you. I know you're doing the best you can. I know I lost a son, but you lost your world. You lost a husband. And I didn't make things easy for you. All I was thinking about was myself. And she heard her daughter-in-law, which she didn't think could cry on the other side. And the woman said, Charlie misses you, which is her grandson. And the daughter misses you. We miss you. And that's all that woman, my client, wanted to hear. We can revise unpleasantness. It's a real thing. This is a mystical world that we live in. It really works. I know we all have our favorite movies, and I have one. What the bleep do we know? It's thought-provoking. It's a blend of documentary and animation and reality and consciousness. But the actress in the movie that played Amanda, Marlee Maitland, who's deaf in real life, played this deaf photographer in this movie. Photographer. And her specialty at this new firm is to take wedding pictures, which she hated with every fiber in her being. She did not like weddings. She didn't like anything to do with a wedding. She didn't like bride. She didn't like groom. She didn't like weddings. But really, she didn't like her wedding. She didn't like how she was treated. She didn't like the end result of her decisions when she got married. And she translated that to all weddings and all grooms and all bridesmaids. And every time she saw something uncomfortable, she spazzed out until one day she found out it was her. And she wanted to change. And have you ever heard of washable crayons and washable markers? They have them everywhere. She used toothpaste to write, I love you, everywhere on the walls. But I know individuals who use crayons, washable markers, and they wrote, I love you on their skin. They wrote, I care for you. They wrote, wherever their troubled places are on their bodies, they use the washable crayons to write pretty much a love message to themselves. And the body is mostly water. It adheres, it listens. Shifts begin to happen when we take messages, negative messages, and rewrite them. I urge everyone to go to a store, inexpensive store, and look for washable crayons. It's usually in the children's section. And during bath time or shower time, write I love you on your forehead. Write I love you across your chest. Write I love you on your arms. Write I care. Write I'm loving, I'm lovable, I'm loved. Write it on you. It is the most amazing transition and transformation that you can have. It changes your self-talk. We all have our own personal self-talk, and we have a nerve to say it in the mirror. We should say it differently with love and compassion. This is a wonderful, mystical world. It's incredible. It's a world that we live in. It's a world that gets us out of our comfort zones. Life is a classroom, and we have the ability to release all discomforts in this classroom. We're here to learn. We're here to expand and go and move into greater expansion, because life is a classroom. You're not ever stuck in a behavior. You're not ever stuck in a thought form. Halloween is our activation. It's time to activate our superpower, everyone. Look at this day to activate that dormant superpower you have within you. We're all superheroes in our story, and so it is. Thank you.
Thank you, Dorothea. It's time for a musical selection.
Okay. use me. Oh God, I'll stand for you. Here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. I used to think that God was the Son, but God is the Son. But God's so much more than the earth or the stars or all of creation. God is creator, all and all, and needing us to shine its light as me, as you. So use me. Oh God, I'll stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Command my hands, what must they do? Command my life, it's here for you. God is the love and heals all creation. God is creator that makes all things new. And God needs us to shine His light. God is me as you. So use me. Oh God, I'll stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. And God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light. God needs us to shine His light as me, as you. Oh, use me. Oh God, I'll stand for you, and here I'll abide as you show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Show me all that I must do. Thank you.
Now it's time for conscious giving to our community. Money is a spiritual activity. Spiritual giving is an opportunity to express our gratitude and open our consciousness to receive greater abundance. It is the practice of participating in the circulation of universal good. We have 3 ways to give here at CSL West Georgia. You can put cash in the check envelope found in the bulletin. You can donate online by accessing your personal Breeze account using the Breeze mobile app on your phone. You can also donate electronically with your phone by using the information found in the back of the bulletin. This information is also being placed in the chat window for our online viewers. If you donate online, Either using your phone or the Breeze account, please put an online giving card in the collection plate to acknowledge your contribution. If you not pick one up at the door, you can get one from the usher. Now, as one conscious for prosperity, let us say together, freely I give the feeling of abundance, knowing that my gift blesses others as well as myself.
Freely I give, freely I give, giving from my heart and from my soul. Freely I give, freely I give, and the gifts come back to me tenfold. Lovingly I give, lovingly I give, giving.
I am grateful for the divine givingness circulating abundantly through my life, our community, and our world. Next Sunday, November 3rd, Reverend Bronte Colbert will be speaking. Her messages are always unique and inspirational. Every Thursday evening here, beginning at 7:30, we meet the center to study a book we have chosen to read to support our spiritual growth. We are currently reading Your Mind Can Heal You by Frederick Bales. Everyone is welcome. If you are unable to join us in person, the Zoom meeting ID and passcode are in the newsletter. If anyone is in need of prayer support, we have prayer cards over on the round table next to the door. If you fill one out and put it in the white box, the cards will be collected at the end of service and treatment will be done for you during the week. If anyone is with us today for the first time, please raise your hand so that our usher can bring you a welcome package. We are on several social media platforms. You can like us on Facebook, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. You have some announcements? Yes.
Good morning, everybody. You haven't seen me in a little bit, so I'm back, and I want to thank everyone who sent such wonderful messages to Chris and myself. Next Sunday is very exciting in our CSL community. The SLCA church down in Atlanta, the big church, is celebrating 45 years of being with us, which is really exciting. And Reverend David is celebrating his 20th anniversary as a pastor. They have a huge weekend planned, music, parties, everything in the world going on. So their service is at 3 o'clock next Sunday afternoon. And I would love for us, whoever would like to go, I'd love for us to get together. We maybe could go from here and go on down together in a little caravan. I've mentioned this before. So anyone who would like to go, let me know. If you need my telephone number, my email address, please see me after service so that we can make plans as to who all is going to get to go, and we get to see everybody down there, Reverend Jean, Shannon, Reverend David, everybody who has been fabulously fabulous to this church here in Douglasville. And they're our sister church, and Reverend David is our support. Reverend Jean is our support. Shannon is our support. All of them down there have been wonderful to us. So this is a fantastic celebration for them and for us. So please see me afterwards. I'm Sandy, if you all don't know. So let me know, and we'll make a party of it, okay?
All right, closing affirmation. Let us stand and say together our closing affirmation. We go forth today knowing that we are God's blessing in the world. Only good comes from us, only good comes to us, and so it is.
Peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes.